Hola amigos, welcome back to the channel, you beautiful bunch of legends. Today we're diving deep into the Lanzarote, the island where every cool thing seems to have César Manrique's signature on it. Seriously, this guy's name is everywhere. The man, the myth, the artistic wizard who basically made the Lanzarote look like a science fiction movie, directed by the Mother Nature herself. His mission? To protect Lanzarote's natural beauty. So buckle up, sunscreen on, and let's dive headfirst into the genius of Manrique. Trust me, this is not just average art tour. Let's go! So naturally, our first stop has to be the César Manrique Foundation. Now, this isn't just any museum, it's the actual house of Lanzarote's most famous artist, carved into the ancient lava rock. Imagine living in a place where your walls are literally volcanic bubbles, like nature's own version of bubble wrap, but way cooler and definitely less poppable. Walking inside feels like stepping into the art gallery and geology lesson at the same time. Manrique basically turned lava flows into the living rooms. If your living room looked like this, I would never leave. Upstairs you will find galleries glowing with Manrique's colorful paintings alongside works by Picasso and Miro. Flowing shapes and some pretty serious vibes about humans not trashing nature. Pretty neat, right? And if you're thinking, oh, it's just regular museum, nah, these lava bubbles turn into the living rooms.
The César Manrique Foundation, which is a place he created along with some friends of his, some architects and other artists, as a place to display some of his work and spend time. It was built in 1982 and it's a sort of walkthrough of a house basically. There's lots of seating areas, outdoor places, there's a lovely pool, and everywhere you look there's a piece of art done by César himself or other artists. See the background. All that. It's very cool.
Next we headed to Lagomar, famously known as Omar Sharif's house.
Okay, so we are at Lagomar, beautifully designed house. This house belonged to Omar Sharif, famous American actor, who, it turns out, he betted in bridge and he lost it. I have no words how you can do that. Never mind, let's find out what is the house like. Because it looks awesome. I would cry if it was me personally. I would never play bridge anyway.
This story is too good to not to share. So, Omar Sharif, the legendary actor, fell in love with the volcanic cave mansion while filming on the island. But then, plot twist, he lost the house in a bridge card game just 2 days later. Who loses a house over cards? That's some next level gambling skills. Anyway, today Lagomar isn't just a house, it's a museum, a restaurant, a bar, and a cultural hotspot, all rolled into one. Think winding volcanic caves, turquoise lakes, cozy little terraces where you can sip a cocktail and pretend you're in a James Bond movie. It's surreal fairy tale world that somehow feels totally natural, even though it's all carved out of rock. Manrique and Jesus Soto designed this masterpiece, and trust me, every stairs, every cave, every corner has a story.
Well, okay, we're not entirely sure. Is it the actual place where Omar Sharif lost his house playing bridge? But it may be staged, but it's still quite cool. Perhaps the money was not an object, but still, losing this kind of house is like, it must have been painful.
So we're at the famous house called Lagomar in Lanzarote. This place was originally designed and built by Jesus Soto, also with César Manrique. It was designed almost to be like an Arabian Nights feel.
This is amazing, incredible house. The design is completely different than anything else. It's artistic. Every corner you can see the piece of art. It reminds us slightly the hotel we visited in the past in Sardinia, Sugo Hotel. You can watch one of our vlogs about it. This place is just spectacular. Everybody can visit it. You can have a sit. The guy lost it in bridge. I can't.
So this place was opened to the public in 1997, and it's now a museum and bar as well. And you can come here in the evenings to go to the bar, and you can come between 10 and 6 to actually see the museum itself. It's very cool.
Omar Sharif house, very cool. Definitely worth visiting.
By now we were starving, so we followed our noses and maybe a little bit of hunger desperation to Jameos del Agua.
We are at Jameos del Agua, another attraction of the region. This is basically like a restaurant located in a cave. Very nice, very pleasant. Slightly busy as it is lunchtime, so more and more people keep arriving. But generally, very cool place to visit. We're hoping for the food is going to be good. Smells good, so we'll find out in a few moments. We've got belly pork, slowly cooked in some kind of nice orangey sauce and some paprika. And then we've got a steak. Very pleasant.
This place is wild. Imagine a volcanic lava tube that exploded and then got redecorated by a genius artist. That's Jameos del Agua. Inside, there's a crystal clear salt lagoon inhabited by tiny blind crabs called Monidopsis polymorpha, and those little guys are basically VIPs, so sensitive that you can't even toss a coin in their water, so don't be that tourist.
So we're here at Jameos del Agua, which is like a sort of cave with a lake underneath it, and there's a nice restaurant at one end. But in the lake, there's actually an endangered species of blind albino crab. It's one of the only places that they live, and they're actually quite rare. So it's cool to come here and see them, and you can see them like in the water, like little white specks on the rocks, and they're moving around. So yeah, very nice place to come.
Also, what we really like from the artistic point of view is the beam of light coming from the ceiling down to the bottom of the lake, and then it shows blue crystal clear water and the stones. Very cool place to visit, very peaceful.
Then we reach the Jameo Grande, a stunning turquoise pool that's definitely not for swimming but looks like a mermaid's dream. The pool is hooked by volcanic rocks and framed by palm trees that lean over like they gossiping about all the tourists snapping selfies.
This place is very cool. It gives you like a Caribbean vibe. Whenever you look, it's like a blue sky, it's perfectly blue water, and the paint on the floor, it looks like a white sand. So that is incredible. Honestly, experience worth coming for here. See, Caribbean beach. Lanzarote, cool place. It turns out at the end, whoa, look at this water. I would pay a lot just to jump in there right now.
Shall I push you in accidentally on purpose?
After soaking in all the volcanic beauty, we made a quick stop at abandoned volcanic quarry. This place looks like Mars decided to drop by Lanzarote for a visit. Layers of volcanic ash sculptured by wind and rain created arches, caves and rock formations that screams post-apocalyptic movie set. And the best part? It's free, open and no crowds. Perfect for pretending you're the last person on Earth and snapping some epic photos. Just watch your steps, those rocks don't mess around. Feeling peckish again, we found ourselves at Restaurante Mirador De Las Salinas, a chill seafood spot with a killer views of the Salinas de Janeo's salt flats. Imagine eating fresh paella while watching the sunset of a sparkling salt pond. Sounds fancy, right? Well, it totally is. The vibe is relaxed and scenic. We are in Restaurant Mirador de las Salinas. We found this place completely accidentally. It's very, very close to salt ponds. Anyway, we were not very fortunate here in Lanzarote about restaurants so far, and this is our last night here. However, this restaurant is different. Not only location is exceptional with an exceptional view, but also food so far. We ordered traditional bread, which was exceptional itself. However, also as a starter, we ordered a tuna tartar, and honestly, that was the best tartar we ever had. It even beaten the tartar from Malta we ate the other year in Michelin restaurant. Finally, before catching out our flight, we swim by Charco De Los Clicos, also known as the Green Lagoon. This place is basically a weird and beautiful volcanic crater filled with the bright green water, algae and sulfur giving it that otherworldly color. It's a protected nature reserve, so no swimming allowed. Bummer, I knew it. Perfect for those look at this crazy natural thing photos that will blow up on your feed. Plus, it's a cool reminder that Lanzarote's nature likes to keep you guessing.
Good morning, travelers. How are you doing? It's a time to wrap up our trip to Lanzarote or Lanzarote. Was it worth it? That's the always question. And would we come back here?
I would say Lanzarote definitely worth visiting. We did 4-day trip, which I think is probably adequate for seeing most of the major attractions. You could do a week, but you would have to sort of spread out what you saw. We packed in quite a lot within 4 days.
On our last day today, we actually discovered that El Golfo, it's a very good place to visit. It's because it's packed with restaurants. There's probably more restaurants than people here. We didn't know that, and so last night we chose different restaurant. We were looking for one, we found one at the end. However, if we knew, El Golfo would be our choice. It's very nice little quiet town with a little promenade, which you can find lots of little restaurants along. Each of them got like really pretty view on a bay, on a sea, on the coast. So definitely.
It depends what you like. We like small towns, coastal towns where there's plenty of nice restaurants and bars where we can go in the evening, but equally we don't like it too busy. So it's a little bit of a niche thing that we're looking for, but definitely El Golfo would have fit the bill perfectly.
Our recommendation is to definitely put Lanzarote on your traveling list. And in the meantime, you can watch our previous vlogs from Korea. You will find link there or there. And next on our list is Norway. So we hope you're going to join us. And this is not our first trip to Norway. We're coming back there because this country is absolutely awesome. So we're going to do more vlogging. We're going to visit more places, and also we're going to eat more amazing food. So stay with us and we'll see you next time.